give us your thoughts on what happened so early in the game to allow that sort of performance to occur?
I mean, we got our butts kicked. That was pretty obvious. Everyone made some mistakes, including myself, but I think our team needs to realize that perhaps we're not as talented as some people would like to think, or that our record stated before this weekend. And we have to really approach the game like we're the underdogs. And by that I mean putting more emphasis on execution and our effort and our connectivity on defense, especially, to try and be the most efficient team possible. So that's what my thoughts are.
So have you met with them post-match this time and delivered that sort of message yet? Or are you handling this game any differently to what you would have post-match any other loss?
Well, I hope I don't get in trouble this game, so that'd be different. Yeah, we talked. I mean, let's face it, everyone in there is disappointed. Everyone's dejected. Everyone's down. I'm not sure it's a bad thing because we got to change our behaviors. And if you think everything is just a one-off situation, then you're probably not going to make an effort to change. So probably good if it hurts a little bit. It should hurt. These guys kicked our butts 2 out of 3 times, and we're in there talking about what our goals should be. You know, and we're a long way from reaching those goals playing like how we're playing. We've really got outworked and out-executed 4 games straight. We just got lucky to win a couple of them. So we have a little break right now. It's probably at the best possible time to get a couple of days off, and hopefully we can come back with the attitude that we need to have to win.
Maybe not having the talent, is that like with Norton, I guess with Norton out, is that looking at the depth of the squad?
Oh, it's not a knock on our guys. We have probably our 2 best perimeter defenders out in Norton and Frazier right now, so that doesn't help things. You know, Mitch also has done a great job offensively lately too. So those guys are big losses, but we still have enough in the room to win. But not if we're loose and not executing our game plan and not playing together and not giving our best effort for the whole time. Like we can't afford to take any possessions off from those things, and we took a whole quarter off tonight to start the game. So, and then, I mean, I think Sydney's the best team in the league right now. That's not a knock on anybody else. That's just a credit to them. They got 3 guys who just as well could have been playing in the NBA right now, and they showed it tonight. They dominated, and they got a really good team. So that's why we got to be perfect.
Think of the shooting percentage, 32% tonight. Is that on Sydney's defense? Did you get good looks, do you feel, or you use it? I mean, there were a lot, and this isn't, I'm not trying to make excuses, but there were a lot that seemed to almost go through and hit the floor and bounce back out again early on. So was it just an off night?
I thought we had worse luck last game, to be honest. We had some missed layups that we usually make. We had some open threes that we sometimes knock in. Tonight, I'll give them the credit. They deserve it. They beat our butts pretty good, so I'll give them the credit for making us have to earn our shots, which is exactly what we have to do to our opponent.
You didn't get much of a break after the Tassie game, straight back on the court. There's I think an 8-day break now. Does that come at a good time to regroup?
Yeah, well, that's what I said earlier. We're going to take a couple of days off, just get away from the gym, and you know, I think it's a perfect time because we're struggling a little bit right now, so we gotta reset.
Craig and Brad, Joseph from ESPN.
Hello, Luke. Hello, Scott. My question is for you, Scott. You got a lot out of the Stars. My question is your style. We saw the Jack Jumpers come in and have great success with defense and rebound, stuff that the Wildcats were famous for in the past. Is the deficiency, where do you put the deficiency in the rebounding and the defense? Is it your style or just the way it's worked? Sorry, a bit of a muddled question. Apologies.
Well, at the risk of sounding sarcastic, I don't know any coach whose style is to not get rebounds. I mean, I'm not sure what you're asking me. Like, I'm not telling the guys not to block out. I love taking the blame, or at least sharing the blame, but rebounding is a tough one for me to take the blame on. I mean, it's not like we don't talk about it or show clips of it or whatever. We just got to find 5 guys that are willing to try as hard to rebound as Tasmania does. If you're suggesting maybe I don't motivate the guys to rebound, maybe you have something there, sure. I'll give you that if you want to use that one. But I don't think these guys need motivation to win. They just need to realize what it takes to win.
So it's simply a matter of motivation. There's not something that Tasmania did structurally that resulted in their rebounds?
No, they tried harder.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, it's tough on a night like that with the scoreboard to focus on yourself, but you had a pretty good night yourself. How were you able to put, I guess, the scoreboard away and still try and go out there and play by yourself and then end up having a pretty decent night personally?
Yeah, it's always nice to see the ball go through him, but at the end of the day, all that stuff doesn't matter. I still could be a lot better defensively, I think, for myself to hold me to that standard as well. And I think, yeah, it just comes down to effort. I think, like Scott said, got to want to rebound. I think that's the first thing you got to do. So I think it just comes down to more effort, and I think that's just sort of something I'm focusing on as well.
You spent some time handling the ball. You shot the ball, pretty well at times tonight as well. Are you happy with the way your game is developing?
Yeah, but there's always things to work on. I think it's more of a mentality for me right now, just to be a lot more confident. So I think that's just sort of where I'm starting off right now.
Now, you had an ESPN scout in the building tonight. Is it nice in a way knowing that somebody comes this far to watch you play?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day it is nice, but I mean, it's just another game, so it's just sort of the mentality I was going into this one.
Scott, can you just talk quickly about the development of Luke, what you've seen from him since you first got here?
Yeah, I think I actually really appreciate his comments there, because I think he's on the right track. He's definitely improving a lot. We're putting him in a really key position where he's handling the ball for, 15, 20 minutes a game, plus playing off the ball, teaching him new system on and off the ball, defensively, offensively. Sometimes he's cutting, sometimes he's running the show. I think he's been really good. I think he's had a really good season. I think his biggest things now are just to never be satisfied, which it sounds like he's not, and to try and work on becoming more consistent with his effort. Not that he doesn't try hard or anything like that, just to leave it all on the floor every time and put his hand up to get a sub if he needs one, and I'll get him back out there after he gets rested up. I think those are the next things for him, but I do think that he's not getting enough credit, maybe, when you read a lot of the media stuff, and that's not important for what he's trying to do or what we're trying to do, but I think that games like this hopefully will help put him on some more people's radar. And at the end of the day, you can't control who thinks you're good enough and for what level. You just got to play as hard as you can, keep improving, and he's doing both those things. So I'm really pleased with his progression this season.
For me, Scott. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. Just one question for me, Scott. I was just watching this press. I'm just looking at your sort of body language and things. Do you mind speaking to your headspace? This is quite a big loss in the last couple of days. I just wonder how you personally are faring this season.
I'd feel the same way if I was coaching the Dalhousie women's Tigers. My first job, I was an interim coach. There would probably be 17, 18 people watching the game. Definitely wouldn't be on ESPN. There wouldn't be any media after, and I'd feel just disappointed as I do right now. I don't care about the NBL or the NBA or any of that other stuff. I just love competing. I love trying to win. I love the feeling that you get after a win, and I hate the feeling that I have right now, in part because I'm not really sure how to approach the next one, but mainly because we lost. And it's a tough thing in sports, but if you didn't hate losing so much, the winning probably wouldn't feel as good. So I'm just really hoping we can get back on a winning track, and those the fresh air that I try to breathe in after the game on my porch will feel a lot better than it will tonight. But yeah, that's where I am, I guess. Just losing sucks. Winning's good. Winning sure beats losing. That's it.